G'day guys, here we are at the Australian screening of Batman Dark Knight Returns Part 2, and we're all highly anticipating what will happen next. Al, do you have any ideas, any expectations?
Look, I'm really looking forward to the throwdown between Batman and Superman. Awesome. Loved it in the book. I'm really looking forward to seeing it in motion. Just, it's going to be great.
Excellent. Sonya?
Yeah, look, I just really love this book. I think it's amazing, so I can't wait to see what they do with that big final scene.
Okay, well, I'm not really familiar with the story arc itself, so I'm, you know, it's an open book for me, open world, please, you know, throw it at me. I want an excellent, exciting film. Actually, it might as well be an awesome film for a first timer. That's what I would love to see.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you soon, guys. Alright, so we just finished watching the film. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We won't tell you too much about it, but we'll give you our thoughts, our opinions. So Al, start with you.
Okay, look, this is one of my favourite arcs of Batman ever. I mean, I know it's possible dark future, but it's probably my favourite Batman story. So a lot was riding on this for me.
Yes.
And I gotta say, I was satisfied.
Awesome.
Which is quite rare, you know, I'm usually quite picky, but I loved this. I mean, I thought they took a lot of risks, like especially with some of the content. They went a lot further than similar stuff has gone, and it paid off for me. They changed some things, but usually for the, I don't want to say
you weren't
better,
disappointed by those changes at all?
I still feel we lost a couple of my favourite lines because of the lack of internal monologue. But I get why they did that, and it was they managed to tuck them in somewhere else in a few places. So that was my minor niggle, and most of the changes I really enjoyed. So look, it was a really enjoyable one for me. I think they stepped it up from the first one. Loved it.
Totally.
Awesome. Sonya?
Yeah, look, I really loved it as well. For me, I mean, I am a massive Joker fan as well as Batman, but I like seeing the Joker progress, and I think in this one we had a much darker, much more violent and unpredictable Joker, which we don't usually get in our animated Jokers. He's a lot more. He's kind of funny
slapstick.
and silly and hey, I'm the Joker. No, this guy is wrong, and I thought that was fantastic.
Still.
Oh, and it's just brilliant, and just that. Not spoiling, but that scene, shivers!
Yeah.
It was so good. But again, I mean, the big thing in this one is the big throwdown, and I think that they handled it so well. I was so impressed with that. It was pretty awesome.
I was really impressed with the film. I think it has a lot to offer for first-timers and fans, obviously.
Totally.
It's excellently animated. The action scenes, it doesn't really let off the throttle, actually.
Never.
The whole way through, which
You're
is
just
really
constantly going.
And it doesn't feel like I've sort of seen this story before either. There's a couple of little bits and pieces that are thrown in there that keeping you on your toes as well. What did you guys think of the voiceovers and the characterization of these characters?
I quite liked it myself. I thought Weller did a great job as Batman, and they had Conan O'Brien sort of in there
Popping
as David Endocrine, so that was interesting
cool.
as well. And I thought the voice work actually held up really well. There weren't any weak points that I felt.
No, I agree. I think everybody did a stellar job of all the characters, like the gravitas of Superman and Batman, and the insanity of the Joker, and even like Robin's kind of, oh my god, what is going on? What did I get myself into? It's all in there in the voice. It's so emotive and so well blended together. It's a great cast.
Yeah, and I like that sort of relationship as well between Carrie and Batman.
Totally.
I thought it could have been overdone and stretched and playing the fiddle too much, but it was just nicely thrown
Kept
in
it
here or
just
there.
nice.
The relationship was put into elements of the greater story, which I thought was really good.
It's really cool.
All right, well, that's our thoughts, guys, and now it's over to you. See what you thought of the film. Okay, so you've just seen the film. What did you think?
It's unreal, man. Like, after reading the graphic novel, it's like 6 months ago. The film really lives up to it. The fight between Superman and Batman is just absolutely what you want to see. It's exactly what you wanted.
It was such an awesome movie. I can't believe just the things that happen. You're just like, oh man.
Really good.
Yeah, really
amazing. My favourite Batman film out of all of them that I've seen. I thought it was great. They really kept close to the storyline.
I think it was really good just to show the relationship between the Batman and the Joker. Just, yeah, I think it had everything, the kind of Batman movie you want. Joker, Superman, just really awesome, I reckon.
Good old Bats put on a good show for all of us, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Do you think it carried on from part one well?
Carried on terrifically. Like, Batman refound himself and he had to fight the ultimate foe.
I think it did because I know at the end they bring the Joker in right at the end, whereas in the novels they bring him in like halfway through the first two. So like I kind of liked it. It's like that TV ending of like, oh shit, I can't wait for next season. Sorry.
I think they went a bit more darker than the first part.
Yes.
There's a lot more violence.
It's arguably one of the most ambitious films from DC and Warner. Do you think that it lived up to that?
It lived up to it tremendously with the Joker's enormous killing spree, 200 people in one night.
I reckon they did. Like, but you know, I'm not as hardcore as most Batman fans, but I'm impressed with it.
It's probably one of the better ones they've done. Yeah. They've done heaps of good ones, but it'd be up in top 5, I reckon.
They amped it up. The part 1 was great, and then they just pushed it. They really did a great job, and I really hope they do Strikes Back.
Really dived right into the old heart of Gotham City, the heart of Batman, everything in it.
It was just everything I expected and everything I wanted to see in the movie.